Hey, I'm Chris. Welcome to the zone of Expandedness. I'm glad you could stop by the Consciousness Salon for this update on my higher self integration project. It's been ripping pretty good over the last months, weeks, waves. It's a wonderful process that I'm going through. It's a challenging process that I'm going through. Maybe you're going through something similar. So here's what it's like in the present moment for me as I'm integrating the frequencies of my higher self. The frequencies that I've been feeling deep within my beingness, kind of like through my core, through the heart center, have been coming online for a number of years. And I've had all kinds of different experiences with that coming on through as this something that's in the, like this background energy. It's described so many times that, you know, in order to access these higher dimensional aspects of ourselves, it's really about letting go of this human person, ego mind, all of that we've built up, this lens that we look at. When we start to clean that pane of glass, that lens becomes clearer and the frequencies just start to shine on through. And as I've been doing deeper work over years and years, snowballing in my exploration and self-inquiry, this has been coming through. I've been connecting to this energy deep within that is just very peaceful, very blissful, very sweet, subtle, and powerful energy that just seems to be there underneath. And in working with the infinite source consciousness, Dr. David Clements, and what he's been sharing with the world over the past couple of years, I use the terminology my higher self. That's how he describes it. And again, when we get into these explorations of higher consciousness and we start to open up and feel energies that we call higher dimensional, that we call all kinds of names, I'm using the terminology my higher self, and it seems to fit. It does seem to be me. It seems to be natural. It seems to be, it doesn't require effort. It doesn't require striving. It is just a part of my beingness. And I'm learning how to access it really by stilling and quieting my mind. This is like the 101 lessons of all of this stuff. Feeling it and recognizing it as this flavor, this vibration that is deep within my heart center core. I used to play around with the chakras a lot, and it seems since this has been coming online, I ground through my root with the earth energies. It's a part of how I'm able to access it, just through some grounding. But as far as the other chakras and energy centers, I don't work with them anymore because it all seems to be focused on my heart center. And I say heart center because that's just the location in my body, is through my heart. And heart means all kinds of different things, from the physical vessel that's pumping blood through our physical avatar to, the green heart chakra where we feel love, to, the infinity point where we have access to every dimension of reality and the way we're connected to like deeper source consciousness. And that's what it feels like. It's the portal, it's the gateway to deeper source consciousness, to deeper vibrations. That up until now in my journey, in my experience, it seems like I was hanging out maybe on a little more of a surface level, or closer to this human frequency where we reside where we're hanging out for the moment in this human experience that we're having, but it's a certain frequency, it's a certain bandwidth of energies. And I was hanging out quite close to that. And this seems to be access to something much, much deeper. I recommend Infinite Source Consciousness, Dr. David Clements. There's lots of meditations on his Patreon. It doesn't cost a lot of money to join. A lot of it's available for free. But I'm finding it very powerful and very aligning with my own journey. And as I say, I'm calling it higher self because it feels like me. And there's other beings involved, there's other energies, but they feel like me or my family or beings I'm really closely associated with in whatever way that works as we expand off into infinity in all directions here. And so it is powerful. It is really clean. Is what I'm noticing about the energy, like having, I'm familiar with the world of cannabis and other substances out there and how they can be expanding and they can be opening, and plant medicine is a huge method that people are using these days with, amazing results to, just break down some barriers all around collective consciousness, personal consciousness. And this feels a lot cleaner than that. And so I'm enjoying it quite a bit, but I'm also finding it intense because it is like a pipe that is like within me that is opening. So even though they're wonderful energies, higher vibrational energies, very clean, very blissful, very sweet, my system's still not used to it. Maybe you're having this experience too. And maybe you're also having the experience like I am, where I'm reverting back to these habits that I've built up over all these years of being human, where I'm used to certain frequencies. So sometimes I can tap into these energies and be in these really blissful states, but I'll come out of it and it's almost like I need to ground back into these human frequencies. It's like I need to make popcorn and go watch Netflix for a while, or watch a hockey game, or I want to smoke cigarettes again. I want to do something that like grounds me back into this human frequency, because as blissful and as wonderful as it is, it's kind of foreign. I'm like, my system is not used to it. It doesn't really know what to do with it. I don't know, maybe you're having that experience as well, because it's almost like, holy shit, this feels clean and wonderful and expansive and like about as good as it gets, or about as good as I've ever experienced on the human realm. But I don't know what to do with it. It's like I want to revert back. I have these habit patterns to get me back into these frequencies, these human frequencies, as dense and distorted as they are, but they're what I know. It's where I've been hanging out my whole life. And so I'm just noticing that magnetism and that attraction, and I'm noticing how I wave back and forth. Because everything's a wave pattern, and so if I'm, as we all expand, you might notice this too, that it comes in a series of waves. There's not a linear thing. It's nothing, my experience, and I hear it described by many as well, that it's also not like levels. It's not like going up floors of an elevator. It's kind of like the elevator goes up and it almost gets to the next floor, and then it comes back down, and it goes back to the basement. It's like, whoa, we're at the third floor. It kind of opens the door for a while at the second floor. It goes back down. It's playing that game. And so I'm just in those throes. And as it's doing it, as we open ourselves to higher vibrational energies, then we start clearing out the other stuff. And I've been keeping that intention, because it is a free will zone, and you are a free will sovereign being rocking this human avatar. So you also have to put out the intention internally to clear and, let go of what's not serving you anymore. And I'm noticing, yeah, there's a lot of crap in there that's not serving me anymore. Maybe it never did. But again, we get used to it being in the human frequency. Like, that's what we learn. We learn it from each other. We're all sort of doing it. We're all kind of locked into this certain bandwidths of really dense, heavy frequencies with all the crap that we, experience and we perpetuate, and that comes up in our system. And I notice jealousies, and I notice hatreds, and I notice being pissed off at people, and I notice memories, and I notice my ego, I'm better than them, or at least I don't do that, and all kinds of the stuff that is there, that in a way was kind of like background music. It was like the white paint on the wall. I never noticed it before. It was just sort of always there, and now it's like, oh, now I'm noticing that stuff. Now it's coming up, and it comes up really intensely now as part of this clearing process. So you might be experiencing that as well, because there are stories being told now of the whole vibration of the planet, of the solar system, increasing. And as it increases, we're all being exposed to these higher frequencies that are clearing out the old stuff. So, the guidance I've been getting through the infinite source consciousness zone has been, just let it happen, because we're clearing. That's what's going on the planet right now. Everything is clearing. That's why it's such a shit show chaos right now. And you might feel that internally, and I'm feeling some of that. So I'm just noticing it. I'm trying to be the neutral observer. I'm not trying to, kick it up anymore. I'm not throwing any more logs on the fire, so to speak. It's like when these thoughts and these feelings come up, I notice my own habit to you take it and you plug it into your phone charger. It's like you charge it up a little bit, think about it being, oh yeah, that person screwed me over. And and I'll think that thought, and I'll be like, yeah, they really screwed me over. Yeah, they weren't a good person. Yeah, they shouldn't have done that. It's like I'm reinforcing it. I'm giving it charge before I put it back in the closet again. It's like, it comes up. And I think we do this all the time. This is a really human thing. It's how our ideas, our concepts, our beliefs, our programming gets reinforced when we hang on to it. So as this higher dimensional energy is taking root in my system, I'm noticing this cleanse. I'm noticing this purge of all this stuff that is coming up. And maybe you're going through that as well. I think we all are. I think our whole collective consciousness, we're going through this as nations, as just all beings. There's been so much dense, heavy shit energy that we've been perpetuating and experience over millennia around here that is clearing. And as part of the clearing process, it surfaces. And we have to look at it, we have to experience it, we have to let it go. So I've been doing that and holding the intention to just anchor in these higher frequencies. And I wish you well on your own journey of exploring and experiencing such things. As I said, it's as wonderful as the energies feel. They're intense, and my system isn't used to it. It's slowly in a wave pattern, and is slowly widening, and I'm getting used to it, and I'm anchoring into it. It's not an energy I need to run away from, because I've noticed this tendency. I got to get back to my old frequency. I got to eat some popcorn, and I have to watch some Netflix and just eat shitty food, or smoke some cigarettes, or whatever it is to kind of bring me back into this frequency. Like, my system isn't used to it. So be gentle with yourself as you go through this as well. And that's what I'm trying to do with myself. I'm just trying to be gentle. If I have a wave of something along those lines, then so be it. Just have a wave. I know, I can feel where it's going. So I just hang on to that. So again, lots of love and good luck in your journey, everybody. And if you feel like you need some support, I do have services as a conscious life coach and awakening guide. And yeah, we get tangled up. We can get stuck. We can get a little lost, and some guidance. And there's so much available in the world these days. There's so many services and support networks and collective groups of people. And sometimes the one-on-one can also be a really effective way to approach what you have going on. You know the answer. You know the path you need to be on. You know the frequencies and the energies that bring you the most fulfillment. And yeah, sometimes it's just some support to help you uncover that. So all my contact info is down below. I'm an easy guy to get in touch with if that interests you. And just keep exploring. Just keep up the self-inquiry. Just keep up the expansion of your consciousness, and be gentle with yourself as the tumultuousness of it works its way through your system. You're heading to a different place. Different frequencies is what we're all embracing. So lots of love and support for you on your journey doing that. And thank you. The whole universe is thanking you and us for this work that we're doing at the moment. So be well, enjoy the process, and yeah, lots of love.